What is up, K9 Bam? Happy holidays. Hope everyone having an awesome week. Tuesday, we're gonna jump into something that I've been waiting and dying to talk about on a pretty deep level, because there's a lot of misinformation, but there's also a lot of misguided people, to really be honest with you, when it comes to the nutrition world and your canines. So cashing out kennels, how do I get on? Just hit the request, man. We'll get you on there. Ayers House of Bullies, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Hit me up if you have any questions on the last DMs we had. Cashing out kennels, here we go. Man, this thing always makes me do it twice. I don't know why. It's crazy. All right.
Sorry about that. I'm driving. I just had to go get a progesterone test done.
Oh, okay. All right. Your video's not on.
It is.
Oh, there you go. What's going on, my man?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Not much, man. Freaking I just want to give y'all a shout out, man. Freaking, I had a female that was really hard on trying to get her to eat anything. That's even including like raw meat, freaking table scraps, like different types of kibble, anything to get her to get down on just something to eat so she could freaking gain weight. Freaking, I put her on K9 Super Supplement, and I'm getting them on the puppy formula with the green tripe. Getting ready for some puppies hopefully soon. She's gaining weight, and I really do appreciate everything.
Man, awesome. Are you stacking that with the weight gainer as well?
Yes, I am. I'm doing the weight gainer.
We lost you for a minute, bro. Awesome, man. That's, again, guys, the real world, real-time feedback. What else really matters at the end of the day, right? Everything else is just either theory or it really doesn't apply. But this real world, unsolicited real world, real-time feedback is everything, right? Because even if there's a problem, now we can get some answers and figure out how to get to the issues. I'm not sure if I have to. Yeah, probably because you were driving, brother. So I'm not sure how let's see here, guys. I gotta figure out. He might have to. If you want to get back on, brother, you might have to hit me with another request. I'm not sure. Let me just make sure. Hold on a second, guys. But at least he was able to get the story out there. So again, guys, at the end of the day, if they're not eating and they're picky with their food, and it has nothing to do with like hormones, like in other words, a stud that you have a stud and there's females in heat. Obviously, it's going to be temporary while he's not eating. And I've actually had customers do videos themselves, unsolicited, talking about that. And at least the K9 Super Supplements were helping them at least get some food in them while the females were in heat. But I'm talking about overall, when I hear, oh, my dog's real picky, my dog's real fussy, your dog is out of alignment with their primal roots, is out of alignment with their primal instincts. And we need to get them back into that. That's just a fact. And K9 Super Supplements, like I said, out of 2023, that I would say in the top 2 to 3 things that has transpired over the last year, that's what I'm so proud of, is we've been able to get some of these dogs and these pups and these canines back to their primal roots and start to get them realigned with those primal instincts. It's our obligation to do that. We're also Reyes Kennels, man. Always feel the love, my brother. Always. But we're going to talk about Upper Level Frenchie's making your order tonight. We'll let you know. Awesome, man. Awesome. Listen, anything you need as far as you got any questions, anything, any concerns, any issues, hit me up, man. We'll figure it out together. Drew's Fleur Poles, weight gain plus puppy formula. Beautiful, man. Love it. Let me see what else we got here. Reyes Candles, Dave, you and K9 Super Suppers are going to make a dramatic impact in the game. Yeah, man. Again, that's the only reason I'm here, right? This is a 25-year story with me, going back to Wyatt. So at the end of the day, if you're not making a difference, my question is, why are you here, right? I say that to everybody, and I ask myself that question as well. But I want to talk about tonight. Let me just make sure. My order, Crazy Lady Boys. I love that name. My order, I love it. My order should arrive Friday. This will be the second bag of puppy formula and the first bag of the weight gainer. Awesome. Stack them together. Just stack them together. Oh, man. Appreciate the love, man. Rockhead Bulldogs. Happy birthday, my boy. Turned 1 year old today, man. And the weight pull harness just came in yesterday. We're going to start to crank this up. Having so much fun with this guy. Man, he's a blast. His on-off switch is unbelievable when he's in his zone. I love this dog. Upper Level Frenchies, what would you say to stack weight and puppy for the whole house, or puppy only for pups? No, man. No, absolutely. The weight gainers, it's so they work together so well that mimic mama's milk. Because think about this, everything that's in the puppy formula, now when you stack it with the weight gainer, now you're gonna add in the animal protein and the animal fat and all those other nutrients and ingredients that are in the weight gainer. It's ideal, man. That's why we call it mama's milk stack. It's absolutely and absolutely perfect for the pregnant, nursing, and recovering female. Don't forget that recovering female, minimum the remainder, the 3 months after she gives birth and after they're weaned off, at least 3 months to get her back and get those nutrients, filling those voids 100%. Yeah. I was at Paw Factory on Saturday. They had the toy drive. It was awesome. There was a whole lineup around the building of the community, and I was doing some video, and people were just stopping, giving me some feedback. So I love it, man. That's what it's all about. Puppy doesn't have protein and fat. Yeah, no, listen, at the end of the day, that's the combination, right? You're going to get the animal protein from the organ meats, the muscle meats. That's what's going to build that immune system. That's what's going to create everything from the inside out strong, like mama's milk, like it should be. And the animal fat is going to be that natural energy source. It's going to be a natural lubricator for the joints, supporting everything. That's it, man. That's why I eat it. That's it, man. So I want to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about in depth for a long time now. And that's genetics and the role that, I should say, the proper nutritional program plays in your dog's genetics. Now, over the years, I've heard a lot of specifically breeders, right, speak very highly of their breeding program, as they should, because if they're not, then why are you doing it, right? Number one. But number two, pretty much throwing out blanket statements saying everything's genetics. My dogs don't need supplements. My dogs, the food doesn't really matter. The nutrition isn't the key to how my dogs look. Look, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. Nutrition and the proper nutritional program with the food and the supplements are there to enhance the genetics that are already in place. They're there to fill in certain gaps that commercial feed doesn't offer, or times that it blocks nutrients from being absorbed and being utilized. If you're feeding the raw diet like me, it's all about seeing business. What do they say? It doesn't matter how much gross income or how much gross revenue is created. What's your net? What are you bringing home? So when you're talking about the raw diet, what are you absorbing? So if you can add in digestive enzymes that are built around the raw diet, the barf diet lifestyle, as K9 super supplements are, that's all they're doing. We're just going to help the absorption. So when it comes to your dog's genetics, you should feel that your crew, your yard, your program have superior genetics. You should feel like that. And if you don't, then you probably want to step back and say, why don't I feel like that? And let's fix this. But no matter how, you can have the most genetically gifted animal, and the right nutritional program will only enhance that. The wrong nutritional program will still limit it. And I'll give you some examples. And guys, you're gonna hear me when I talk about this stuff. I use analogies a lot with humans because we're gonna be able to relate to that a lot of times easier than we are with our dogs, our canines. And then also other analogies like a high-end, high-performance car. Look, at the end of the day, if it was O-Town, you did your thing, brother. He is an absolute farm utility bulldog. Thank you for that birthday blessing, and thank you for that breeding, man. Absolutely phenomenal. And a big shout out to Dale Anderson for breeding Rogue. So if he's going to hear this, I don't know, but mad respect for that guy. But O-Town Bullies, man, thank you, my brother. It's been an awesome ride so far, dude. But let's talk about genetics, and let's talk about really superior genetics and the right nutritional program. Guys, I want you to think about this. If you're one of those people, or you're one of the breeders that truly feels that nutrition isn't a big part of this, it's all about the genetics, it's all about the bloodlines, and nothing else matters. I want you to ask yourself this question. Why is there a Olympic training center with the highest level nutritionists, the highest level dietitians, the highest level coaches? Why is every Division I sports team, especially football, have high-level nutritionists, dietitians, strength and conditioning coaches? Because their genetics are superior. Why does every professional sport, let's talk about combat sports, UFC, they actually have their own facility. They have their own chefs. So if you are under a UFC contract, you can go train at their facility with their trainers, their chiropractors, their nutritionists, their dietitians, their chefs, 24/7 for free in Vegas. And they're building the same exact model in Mexico, Brazil, China, and there's another country they're talking about. Dana was talking about this. Why is that? Why? Because no matter how well your genetics are, the proper nutrition only makes it better, only gives you better recovery, only lets you work at your peak longer. Yeah, I was just reading some stuff here. So that's I want an understanding on why there are people out there that feel that genetics is the end all. No, that's the proper foundation, right? If you are a breeder, that's what you should be going for, elite genetics. And then what do we need to do to literally maximize those genetics? And let's take the other end of that, because I know we're talking about high-end athletes like my boy Vitor. Listen, let me tell you something. This dog's gifts he received from God are absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm telling you, physically, his physical stature, his ability to build, maintain lean muscle, his leg to torso to muzzle length ratio is absolutely phenomenal for a high level athlete. His mental drive that he got from those bloodlines is absolutely insane. Insane in such a great way. But if you think for a second that I don't understand that the nutritional program that he's on, rabbit, beef, chicken blend, along with the joint support, the multivitamin, and the puppy formula are not enhancing that, then I will share this with you. When we did that 10-day tour and I didn't have the raw bricks with me, I picked up what I felt for commercial was the second best, or close to it anyway. And that's the canned tripe, bison, lamb, and maybe pork. I forget, the canned bison, the canned tripe. And when I had him on that, we were doing good. We weren't really missing a beat, right? But I bought 2 cases. I left them at the Airbnb that we were at, and then we still had to travel more days. So I couldn't find them. So I went and still tried to get the best that I could in the commercial. And I saw a difference immediately. Immediately, I saw a difference. Now understand, I'm really tuned into him. So at the end of the day, no matter where those genetics are, at the top, in the middle, down below, the right nutritional program and the right lifestyle, and lifestyle means consistency, only does one thing: enhances those genetics on every single level. Now, let's take a high performance farm utility performance bulldog like Vitor, and I'm going to speak about Vitor because that's, I know so much about him now. And you take a Pomeranian, and I was just speaking to Inland Palms at the Reckless event 2 weeks ago, and I said, how are things going with your palms and the supper? She goes, oh my God, they love it. I got to get more, and things are going really great. Now remember this, right? That those Pomeranians that she has and that performance pit bull that I have one thing in common: they're carnivores. They survive and thrive on organ meats, muscle meats, bones, bone marrow, whole eggs. We're gonna maximize her Pomeranian's genetics. Will that Pomeranian build the lean muscle like Vitor? Of course not. It's not in the genetic makeup, right? Well, no matter how well my lifestyle is, and it's pretty clean and it's pretty good, I'll never be LeBron James. You get it? But I will maximize my genetics at my age with my lifestyle. And you're going to see more and more. I'm sharing more and more of my lifestyle because it is tuned in, turned on, and cranked up. 4 hours sleep last night and woke up without an alarm, and I'm on fire right now, and it is 6:30, 6:15, whatever it is. I was up at 4 o'clock, no alarm. The morning before, 2:30, no alarm. Cruising. My boy Vitor is on the exact same lifestyle that I'm on. So, anyway, I digress a little bit because I have so much passion for this and so much for humans and for canines. So that's why I use these analogies so much. But when it comes to nutrition, here's the other thing that I hear too in my niche, and I'm going to really say my niche when it comes to canine supplements. I've actually heard I've heard representatives say, don't worry about the food as long as you have a good multivitamin. Well, listen, I can't disagree anymore with that statement. Think about this logically. The foundation is going to be the food. So the cleaner, the stronger, the more powerful that meal is, the better those supplements are going to work. It's just the fact. That's why when people DM me and they say, I get it all the time, what food do you recommend? I said, the raw. No, commercial food. I don't. I said, the only thing I can recommend is you go to, you know what? I should take that back and answer this differently because I did have real world experience with the canned tripe, bison, lamb, and again, I think it might have been, no, bison, lamb, and beef. It wasn't pork, it was beef. Bison, lamb, and beef. I had a short-term good experience with that. So I would say that. But as far as the kibble goes, all I tell people is just look at the back ingredients and do the best you can to find the first 4 ingredients as whole food, specifically animal protein and some animal fat. And that's and preferably beef. I'm a beef guy. To me, there's just everything else pales into comparison. But I do feed my guy the rabbit chicken beef blend. I just really like the way this company does this. But if that company wasn't around, and I would go most likely back to full beef. Yeah. So upper level Frenchies, no question, right? I mix feed because I have a lot of dogs. That's one of the biggest reasons why I rolled out K9 Super Supplements. That's one of the biggest voids I saw in the industry, right? So when I look at businesses to get into, I step back and say, wait a minute, what voids need to be filled? Can I fill those voids? And can I do it at the highest level? And I checked every box for K9 Super Supplements before I launched it. That's the reason I launched, one of the biggest reasons. Because, first of all, not everyone knows about the raw diet. Not everyone has the resources for the raw diet. Not everyone has the budget for the raw diet, right? Great. Let me fill those gaps in with cost-effective and convenient supplements. That's what we've done. Now, but I also had another issue, another dilemma. I had to be able to use there needed to be value for me to be able to use them because I feed the raw digestive enzymes based around the raw diet, up to the absorption rate. That's it. That's where we're at. And again, I'm talking to the people that truly believe that it's only genetics. I really want you to ask yourself, why does every single highest level athlete in any sport, specifically the well-known ones, the NFL, the NBA, the Major League Baseball, the UFC, why do they all have nutritionists? Why do they all have dietitians? Why do they all have meals prepared for them and supplements that are recommended with that? They're at the highest level of genetics, right? They're at the highest level because they understand and they've been schooled and they've been coached and they understand that the right nutritional program between the food and the supplements only feeds the fire. Because think about this, guys. Think about this. You have a high-end, I'm going to put you, think about this. I want you to, we're going to do some role playing here. You are the Lamborghini, Ferrari, I don't care, whatever you want to, a Rolls Royce manufacturer. You are a Learjet manufacturer, custom Learjet manufacturer. You are a fighter jet manufacturer. You are a custom yacht manufacturer. You're all of those. You're wearing a lot of hats right now. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you. I'm here to buy. I'm sitting right across from you. Or no, let's really make it real. I'm doing a walkthrough of your facility because you're the manufacturer. And nobody knows more about your products than you do because you manufacture them. And they're all the elite of the elite. And if I say to you, yeah, I want to buy that yacht. Yeah, I want that Learjet. That fighter jet, man, that would be awesome on my property. That Lambo, got to have that. But I don't know, man. I'm just thinking about just, I know you guys manufacture the elite and you have all the resources. You have the, as far as financially and when it comes to parts, and your track record speaks for itself. But the Lambo I'm going to pick up from you, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use regular, regular unleaded. What do you think? Whatever the lower grade fuel is for the yachts, and and I don't even know if there is a low grade jet fuel, but if there is, that's what I'm going to use. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that? Since you're the manufacturer, what do you think? What would you say to me? Are you out of your fucking mind? Right? You're gonna say, or did you bump your head? Why would you would actually, what you would probably say is, no, I'm not going to sell it to you. That's what you'd probably say. It's no different. This is the fuel that your puppies, your breeding program, your dogs, your representation, or your pets like me. I'm not a breeder. Never will be. Not interested. Zero interest in being a breeder. I know I have a high-level athlete. I'm going to give him low-level fuel. I have a pet that I love as my family. He's my boy. I'm going to give him low-level fuel. I own a company. I have a breeding program. And I'm going to give them, I'm going to say, listen, it really doesn't matter what you feed them. So you're going to convey that to your customers? That's now probably going to start to breed as well, or a real good chance with your bloodlines. This is just logical stuff here. I'm not trying to, listen, I'm not, that doesn't even matter. Listen, there's no need to even go there. Look, at the end of the day, this is all logical stuff. And our products, I tell people all the time, all we did is follow Mother Nature, right? I just look at everything in life and I step back and I say, listen, what is a logical direction for this? So when I decided to roll these products out, I just wanted to follow the best proven blueprint, and that was Mother Nature. So I'm no genius, right? But I've been around long enough and have enough wisdom to know that I want to follow the proven blueprint in my world, and that is Mother Nature by far on every single level. Yeah, appreciate you, Reyes, man. I mean, listen, you're right there with me with our work ethic and our posting and our content, man. So mad respect for you. But at the end of the day, I wanted to talk about this, and I wanted to get it out there. And guess what, guys? Listen, like I tell everybody, if you disagree and you have a legitimate why, then do your thing, right? When I speak about this, when I preach about this, when I show you that I actually live it, you don't have to follow my lead. You don't have to take my word for anything. You don't even have to agree with me. Take what works, throw out the rest. If you feel that that's the way to go, then by all means do it. If you feel like you're getting the results, then do it. But I'm here to clear some things up when it comes to nutrition and genetics. And the bottom line is use what God gave you that separates you and me from the animal kingdom. And that's your reasoning factor. That's what separates us from our K9s. That's what separates us from the animal kingdom. We were blessed and gifted with a reasoning factor to step back and say, wait a minute, does this really make sense or doesn't it? Should I try this or shouldn't I? Should I look for people that know more of this than me and have a proven track record, or shouldn't I? Just use your reasoning factor. That's it. That's it. I don't know if we have any comments or questions. Yeah, man. Reyes, again, brother. Mad love, man. Mad love, brother. I don't know if we have any comments. Upper level, just ordered. Can't wait to try it. Yeah, keep me posted, man. Upper level Frenchies. Yeah, keep me posted, man. We'll get you so dialed in, brother. And dialed in. And again, when I say that, it's all about what's going to be a lifestyle, right? So again, not just the right products, but making sure that it fits in budget. Because again, if it's the best products in the world, but you can't do it consistently, it defeats the purpose and you just wasted your money. Bottom line with that. Again, this is all logical. There's no groundbreaking stuff here. There's nothing that I said tonight that's groundbreaking. There's no smoke and mirrors with me. This is what it is. Organ meats, muscle meats, bones, bone marrow, whole eggs, rinse and repeat. And if you could get, as far as a meal goes, if you can get them farm to table, even better. Even better. The other thing I want to talk about when I use an analogy is humans and the devastation, and understand that's the right word, the devastation that the food industry and the processed food industry, and now an overflow to, unfortunately, produce and other things that were on the outside aisles of the supermarkets are now being affected. But over the last, just look at the last 40 years. And if you're not that old, look at the last 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. But the last 40 years, the devastation that the processed and the food industry for humans, we're not talking dogs, humans, what it's done. The stats for a man in his 20s and 30s, natural testosterone literally in the gutter, should never be. And if you think that doesn't map directly back to the food source, well, then you're misinformed. And the reason I bring that up, the literal nosedive of testosterone in young men when it should be at its actual peak, and the estrogen levels in a healthy 20, 30-year-old man, even 40-year-old, but 20, 30-year-old man, the balance should be absolutely pristine. Testosterone and estrogen, it should be absolutely pristine. But it's literally the other way around. The estrogen's rising, the testosterone's going down. Where do you think the term man boobs came in? That's estrogen. So now, let's talk about your canines and reproduction. And if that's not priority for a breeder, then my question is, what is? And if you think that your breeding program is immune to that, my question is, why do you think that? Why? How? I'd love to know. And genetics are not just, every comment that I see when someone says this is all genetics, it's all exterior, right? It's all right, they're a bull breed, or they're a mastiff, or they're a working breed that are able to put on lean, hard, athletic muscle or mass much easier. Okay, so this is all genetics. But understand, nutrition and the right nutritional program works from the inside out. See my boy Wyatt, when I had him on the commercial feed, he was jacked. He was a beast. He was doing long sends at 1 year old, taking down 230-pound guys. He worked with Dom Donovan, right? We competed up and down the East Coast. I have all the ribbons here. We're going to do a whole tour of the office, but I have all the ribbons with the dates and the locations, right? Weight pulling, agility, bite work, hardest hitting contest, tug of war. He was on a board down in South Carolina, but he had internal issues. His gums would bleed. His nails would splinter, but he looked jacked. Once we changed the nutritional program, everything changed from the inside out. One of the first things I saw with Vitor when we were touring, and I was forced to use that second time of the commercial canned food that I got, his stools loose right away. Right there, that means the body's rejecting something, and you do it long enough, it becomes inflammation, and you do it long enough, then it becomes a lot of times open sores or openings for major issues, right? So when I see these comments, my pit bull, my XL, my Corso, my Pressa, my Doggo, my Malinois, my working breed, my bull breed, my mastiff breed, my combination, they're jacked. They don't need anything. They do it on their own. It's my bloodline. It's about the inside out. And that's what the reproduction is all about. It's about the inside out. That's why Mother Nature has this reproduction thing on lockdown. Mother Nature says the alphas only get to mate with the alphas. The alphas, the strongest, whatever you want to call them, get the orgametes, or at least get first choice. Why? Because those packs, those prides, those carnivores are only out in the wild. They're interested in one thing and one thing only. How do we live for tomorrow? And if I'm a breeder, my thought process, how do we get better for tomorrow? How do we get better and stay at this peak level? And if you're not asking yourself that in any business, in any relationship, then why are you in it? Now you know why I was so excited about this. So there's my, we're going to get some clips out of this, man. Yeah, this is I could talk about this all night long, all day long. This is my jam, guys. And honestly, I would and I have done it for free. That's how much I love this. And make no mistake, humans as well. Because guess what? This right here, this right here, this and this right here. Unless something has changed, I don't get to trade this in. This is my only vehicle to get me through this lifetime. And the cleaner the fuel, the stronger the lifestyle, the smoother the ride. And no different with your K9s. Fact. KR Dog Training, I don't know if you're still on or not. Do you have any prepackaged raw food companies that you recommend? 100%. DM me. Or I don't know, maybe I could put it in the thing. 100%. Right here in Fallbrook. Been using them since 2012. Right here in Fallbrook. Absolutely 100%. Yeah. And now remember, guys, you know me. I'm not going to recommend, or I'm not going to say I know something unless I've actually done it, witnessed it, experienced it, or I know somebody that I personally know has done it, witnessed it, experienced it, or a combination. How many servings in the 3-pound bag? If you do one level scoop, it's roughly 90 servings plus. Inland Native, man, that's my dude, man. The restaurant he's at in Fallbrook, awesome place, man. Feel free to share that too, my brother. Man, awesome place. Power Pride Bowies, man. Love what you're doing, man. If you're still on, love what you're doing. I've been following you for a minute now. You got some solid XLs, brother. In my opinion, a really awesome prototype. Long enough legs, long enough muzzle, long enough leg to torso ratio for an athlete, man. And I'm all about that. That's what I'm all about. So, again, guys, I'm not the confirmation guy, right? Even, I've been an athlete my whole life. Like I started wrestling in the 4th grade, and I love pushing myself. I love training. I love that. And when I was really, really immersed in the fitness world, I would I would, me and my ex-wife would take our vacations around the Mr. Olympia show, which is the biggest bodybuilding fitness show event weekend of the whole year. And wherever they had it at that time, we would go travel there. And I only saw one professional bodybuilding show when I was all those years that we went, but I was always at the strongman comps. I was always at the powerlifting comps, the combat sports comps. See, I'm more like that than I am the confirmation. But I also know when the confirmation's done right, look, there's it's important, right? Again, even in the human world. But I'll always lean towards the athletic comps, especially the ones that you actually win because you won, meaning weight pull, meaning you pull more weight than the other dog, or the agility, right? Time, or the sprint race, time, or the tug of war. But that being said, still today, though, the most fun I've had so far working my dogs has been the hardest hitting contest back east. And that's judged, right? But it's still so much fun if you have a dog that loves it. So anyway, I digress. I think that's the word. Is that the word? When you got to come out with the human. My brother, I had a line for a while back in 16. I had a natural. I just threw out the box too. I had a natural testosterone supplement called Roar. And then I had a sleep aid called Knocked Out. All natural, yeah. No, I'm staying with the canine world, man. But that being said, let me put it out there. Before you guys saw me really hitting it hard the last 2 years, getting this really out there, I had for a brief moment, and I still offer it, on the down low, really, but for a brief moment, I had a online program called Primal Power Lifestyle, and I coach people through 90 days and transform their lives. And I have a ton of before and afters, some awesome before and afters. And I tell people all this all the time. I guarantee, and I guarantee everybody on here that's listening, I guarantee if you followed my program, my lifestyle to the T, nutrition, training, the whole umbrella, in 10 days, you won't even recognize yourself. In 30 days, your inner circle won't even recognize you. And in 60 to 90 days, people that you know but you haven't seen won't even recognize you. I promise you. There's my so that's how much passion I have for this. Luna the straw Corso. I only feed my dogs once a day now, and I see a lot more energy. And they have the treat drive again. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Now, so when Vitor came to me at 3 months old, it was more neglect from the first owner than it wasn't abuse, but neglect from what I saw and from what Eddie, the breeder, told me. So he had a compromised immune system coming into this, and we had all these issues. There was 10 days we thought we were going to lose him, and he was in and out, and fluids and all this stuff. Okay. So for the first 11 months of his life, or no, I'm sorry. So I had him the 3 months, and then the first 9 months that I've had him, I was feeding him twice a day, morning and then at night. But now he's on and I eat once a day most of the time, not 90%. I eat once a day, and that's at night. So I fast throughout the day, and now he's on my program. And you will see, think about this, the wolves, the coyotes, the hyenas, they might go days without eating. And how many lions, tigers, bears that, like polar bears that only eat, even other bears. I mean, they might eat berries, but shit, they're gonna eat animal protein, animal fat over any of that stuff any day of the week. But anyway, any of these carnivores that we see in the wild, how many are sloppy and overweight, right? The only time a bear gets that is because their lifestyle is they hibernate, and that's what they've been doing. But anything else, if you're fat and sloppy and you won't make it. So Mother Nature makes sure they only eat a certain amount because they have to be able to hunt. They have to be able to survive. They got to be strong. They got to be vibrant, right? In order to survive, and even that, there's no guarantees. So 1,000% once a day. And I would even say, I say this all the time, don't be afraid to fast your dog. Maybe you want to fast them 36 hours, 48 hours. Just make sure the fluids are there. Just make sure they're not dehydrated. That's all. And actually, it's a whole nother, that's a whole nother show. Upper level Frenchies, with something you offer maybe help with tear stains. Only one of my dogs has them. Cream. I would say internally, you start to crank up and fill those nutrients. Just keep an eye on things. I wouldn't. Let's put it this way. Obviously, there's no guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start to fill those nutrient gaps that they start to subside. Let's keep an eye on it. Keep me posted. Because remember, all the creams, all the topicals, even with humans and eczema and all that, it all goes back to internal. It goes back to voids and nutrients, right? So the topicals they just mask it. And then maybe they make them more comfortable, right, for a while. But yeah. So that would be my best thing. Upper level Frenchies, what's the company? Are they crazy expensive? What really gets me in this shipping for the roll is yeah, listen, what I can do is I can share with you guys the company, and then you I just buy from them retail. I drive there, so I save on shipping because they're literally in the same complex as my fire restoration warehouse. And I live in Fallbrook. So, but I can just give you the info, guys, and you figure out if it's in budget or not. Reyes Kennels, recommend you get the 3 pound. Yeah. I mean, the 3 pound is, people are asking about the 5 pound containers. I don't think we're going to do that, but yeah, 3 pound is the value, and it's phenomenal. Big Chuck, hope you're still there. Appreciate you, my brother. Tar Heel Boys, appreciate you. ECMD, man, dude's good people, man. Good. This dude's solid. When you know, you know. And most of the time, you know instantly, and I knew instantly when we connected. Coastal Corsos, glad to have you on. Kings Road Boys, Lucas, appreciate you guys, man. Inland Native, man, great dude, great people, man. Solid dude. I'll be seeing you this week if you're working, man. I'll be swinging in there for sure. A1 Presser, man. A1 Presser Performance. Anybody on here that's into the performance breeds, especially the Molosser, the bull breeds, check this guy out, man. Awesome page. Love it, man. Man, I'll be honest with you guys. For me personally, I'm a farm utility bulldog guy at heart. But the bigger Molossers, man, when they can dial in a true Presa, man, that is one impressive animal. When they're in working mode, that is one, like for me, up there with a doggo, right? Maybe it's separate things that they do, the boar and the man work, but you can absolutely cross promote them. But when you see a good doggo or a good Presa working, man, a good Corso working, but man, it's another level, man. So anyway, again, I digress. Man, I got some itch here. Where do I get your? I'll send you a link, man. I'll shoot you over a link, man. He's talking about my book. It's underneath the iPad here. Fearless is Bullshit. I wrote that book back in 2000. Started, yeah. I think it landed on Amazon in 2016. Let's see here, man. Yeah, appreciate the love, man. A1 Presses. Appreciate the love. And we've been talking, for you guys who are jumping on late or later or whatever, we've been talking about the role that the proper nutrition, food, and supplements play in the highest level genetics. And again, care if you're talking canines, you're talking humans, right? The highest level genetics, professional sports, Division I sports, Olympics, all have nutritionists, dietitians, strength and conditioning coaches, quarterback coaches, defense coaches, D-back coaches, running back coaches, for a reason. They're the highest level genetics that this planet knows for a window of time, but they still understand the importance and the role that nutrition plays. And all that does is helps you compete and maximize those genetics. Oh, you're welcome, Luna Straw Corso. You're welcome. Glad to help. Oh man, glad to hear it, man. ECMD bullies. I know you were sick for a while. I'm glad you're back up on your feet and doing well, man. Yeah, hit me up anytime, brother. You know that. BRYCEHSP. Oh, Bryce HSP. So again, I don't want to jack up the pronunciation. But anyway, I feed my boy the weight gainer and he loves it. I want him to add more weight. Should I be feeding twice a day and same amount of weight gain? Yeah, you can double up on that weight gainer. You can double up on any of my products because it's all natural. There's no synthetic, all natural ingredients. So yeah, 100%. Yep. And again, let's. I don't. At the end of the day, I know we're on a live, but also just make sure you're clear on what you mean by weight. Right? Are you talking lean, hard, athletic muscle? Or are you talking about straight mass? Also, make sure that the conditioning is incorporated correctly. Right? So if you're talking the mass and the bulk, get yourself a weight pull harness and start training them to pull weight, man. Pull like a power lifter, like a strong man. If you're looking for lean, hard, athletic muscle, make sure you're doing those reps, baby. Make sure you're doing the lighter weight with the weight pull. Make sure you're doing a weight pull vest with some sprints. Just be careful the jumping. The parachutes, right? The swimming. No different than humans. Yeah, man. Show me your, definitely. Hit me up in the DMs, my brother. Top Dog Pet Store, San Diego. My man. My man. I'm hoping, if you're still on, my brother, I'm hoping we got more clips coming from our show. But tonight, if you tuned in for any length of time, Andrew, I'm in my groove here, brother. I'm in my jam, and that's why I said I would have liked to reshoot that podcast because I tend to divert, and I got so caught up in my passion that I don't feel I brought enough value. But anyway, we're in the same backyard, brother, so we can do it anytime. A1 Press, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate what you're doing for the breed. When it's, as you know, when it's done right, that's a special breed, man. Presa Canario is a special breed when it's done right. Yeah, man, they're phenomenal animals. A1 genetics is my performance goals. Yeah, and like we were saying, right? This is a team effort, right? Again, that's why LeBron James. That's why Francis Ngannou. That's why John Jones. That's why these high-level A1 athletes have nutritionists, have dietitians, have strength and conditioning coaches, have Muay Thai coaches, have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coaches, right? That's why, because it's all a team effort to get to that level and stay at that level, no matter the genetics, right? And we're talking the highest level genetics. So anyway, there it is. There's my rant. 100%. Please share it, man. He asked A1 Performance. Guys, smash that like button, smash that share button. If you feel like you're getting value, you feel like other people are getting value from this, 1,000%. And my YouTube guy now, what we're doing is we're pulling this and we're putting it on our YouTube channel as well. We're chopping up for shorts, 1,000%. This, my man, Ultimate Bullies, thank you for joining, man. Appreciate the love as always, man. This dude understands the law of reciprocity, right? Giving back, paying back, giving back to the community. That's why me and him, when you know, you know. But anyway, I just saw him jump on, so I had, you know, that shiny object sometimes, man. But A1 Pressa, like we talked about, the highest level athletes. That's why they have a Olympic training center in Colorado, right? So that I'm all about that. Who else we got here? Any? Hey guys, and listen. Anybody who wants to jump on, just hit me with a. We're getting ready to wind this up, but hit me with a request and questions, comments, whatever that is, man. Hit me up. I'll do the best I can to move you in the right direction. I'll just need some data and we'll figure it out. But yeah, guys, this is my jam. This is my oxygen. Nutrition, conditioning, performance, human, and canine. This is my jam. This is what I live for. And this is how I operate every single day myself. I ask myself every single morning, what can I do to make my lifestyle even better? What tweaks can I make? And how can I keep turning that clock back in 20-year chunks? And when I say that, I have proof. I get my blood work done quarterly. My levels come back. I'm 57. My levels come back at a 30-something-year-old guy, right? How can I keep doing that? How can I do that for my boy Vitor? How can I do that for my customers? That's all I care about. That's it. I love it, man. I love it. Let's see what we got here. Any keep bringing the best you can be. Yeah, 100%, man. Like I said, guys, this is our vehicle to get us through this lifetime. If you're not feeding it premium fuel, my question is why not? Why not? Why aren't you? Goes to your breeding program, goes to your pets, and goes to yourself. Why not? Why aren't you? Right? One other thing I want to leave you guys with. Conditioning. One of the biggest reasons I connect with performance pit bulls so much is because they love, they thrive on physical activity, physical testing, mental and physical combination. And I've been that way my whole life. So I get that, and I get so inspired by my boy Vitor and these performance dogs. I get inspired by that. So I'm only interested in one thing. How do we make your canines better on all levels? And if you ever need help yourself, I will introduce you to the Primal Power Lifestyle. If you're coachable, you won't recognize yourself in 10 days. Your inner circle won't recognize you in 30 days. And the outer circle won't recognize you, won't even know who you are in 60 days. Fact. RNGO Bully, what's going on? I feed once a day. I do not feed them raw, just kibble and canned food. I can give them the weight gainer multi. Yeah, that's it, man. That's why that's what it's all about, right? That's why I rolled these out, man. It's going to fill those nutritional voids, man. It's going to fill those nutritional gaps that they all experience with the commercial feed. Just a fact. It is what it is. Not even up for debate. That's it, brother. Just keep doing what you're doing. Hit me up. I'm a once a day guy. I eat once a day. 90% of the time, I would say. I had today, 2 o'clock today, I had 8 farm-to-table eggs scrambled. But for the most part, I won't eat until after this show. Typically, I wouldn't eat for the first time. My boy Vitor now, same exact program. I'm up between 3 and 4 every single day without an alarm. I do my morning routine. He does the morning routine with me. He's in the office with me. I work out. I train. I live this lifestyle, guys. I live this lifestyle. So if you want to know what's the difference between K9 Super Supplements and everyone else that I'm aware of, you're looking at them. And I say that with pride. You're looking at them. I live this life, man. So anyway, there you go. And joint supplements and a puppy supplements, and they all got great genetics, but they all put in the healthy muscle. Yeah, like I said, look at every high-level athlete, right? They have dietitians and nutritionists and strength and conditioning coaches and all the other stuff for a reason, because they know that they need to maximize their genetic potential and their God-given gifts. That's all it is. So again, guys, take what works, throw out the rest. If nothing works, throw it all out. I'm good. But stay tuned. You're going to get more behind the black curtain of my lifestyle and how I operate, and where we're going with K9 Super Supplements. So stay tuned. Appreciate the love. Thank you guys for taking the time. Please, if you're getting any value from this, share, like, comment, feedback, whatever it is, man. Good, bad, or indifferent, doesn't matter. Just bring it. Bring it. Guys, thank you so much. Have an awesome night. It is time to eat. I'm going to have London broil, pound and a half, 6 to 8 whole eggs combined. So over easy, medium rare, air fryer. Boom, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. All right. Talk to you guys.